Hello, welcome back. Lon Montgomery here with GetFocusToday.com. And in this lesson, we're going to talk about flow like water. It's all about your process flow. No matter how much you plan your life, there are things that simply will be out of your control. But don't get angry. Don't get disappointed. Don't kick the cat. Don't slap the dog. Just learn to embrace things that go and just simply go with the flow. Embrace things that don't go your way and simply flow with it. Because life is a journey, and if it's a journey, you better get moving. Okay? I'm going to say it again. Life is a journey, and if it is a journey, then you better get moving. Earlier, and we first started talking about, before you get started talking about motivation, inspiration, there are times where life will happen. Simply take a deep breath, as we talked about in Module 1, and realize life happens to everybody. It rains on the good as well as the bad. I wish I could tell you every day is going to be sunny, that every day is going to be an extreme, focused, and powerful day. The truth of the matter is, no. There are days you're going to feel like crap. There are days that you're going to feel as if, you know what? If someone says one more something to me to get under my skin, I'm going to give them a piece of my mind. It's sort of like that old Fred Sanford. I'm going to give you 5 across the lips if you keep talking. Well, the truth of the matter is, you don't want to do that. Trust me, just breathe. Life happens. Go with the flow. Take a deep breath. Every time you feel frustrated, angry, or stressed, remember talking about those deep cleansing breaths? Hold it for about 7 seconds and exhale. It will do your body, your mind, a world of good by simply just getting oxygen into your body. Also, get a perspective to learn to let go of things that you can't control. I love that serenity prayer. There's a part in there that says, talks about the Creator giving you basically how to face the things or deal with the things you can change, accept the things you cannot change. And I think it says the wisdom to know the difference. Because there are things that we cannot change. For example, I cannot change the weather. I can plan to have an event outside, a picnic, and guess what? The weather person got it wrong. They predicted sunshine, it's thunderstorm, it's raining. Okay? Out of my control. But maybe I can do something about not the rain, but the event. Maybe I can move the venue. And so I'm not going to get upset about the things I cannot control. Also acknowledge imperfection and change. And I understand that change is difficult for a lot of people, but there's only one constant in life. And that constant is you will change. We get older, we get slower. Okay? You may have been a track star at 16. You're 50 now. You're going to slow down. It's part of the natural process. It happens. Now, does that mean that we have to embrace defeat? Do we have to embrace and say, well, there's nothing I can do, I might as well give up? No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, rather than getting frustrated, upset, and stressed out about something that's completely out of your control, the plane is delayed. You're not the pilot. You have no control over your flight being delayed. So you can be mad, or you can simply realize, you know what? Maybe there's a reason. I need to get a new perspective. I never forget, I was on the airplane a couple of weeks ago, and the pilot comes on the intercom. He said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. We have a 3-inch hole in the plane, in the baggage storage area. Now, there were people complaining, but you know what I said? I would rather be on the ground where it's safe to figure out there's a hole in the plane than to be 30,000 in the air and realize, ladies and gentlemen, we need to make emergency landing because there's a hole in the plane. So get a new perspective. Also, don't force your control over uncontrollable things. You know, if someone owes you some money, okay, don't beat them up and say, hey, I need the money. You can encourage. Because I believe this. Let's say someone owes you $1,000. I'm just randomly picking $1,000. And they are slow paying it. You know what I found the best way to get people to pay is not to say I demand that you pay, but try to work with them and say, listen, you may not be able to pay $1,000 up front, but can you pay $500 this month, $250 next month, and the balance next week? Just that simple meeting someone in the middle of saying, can you pay at least half of it now, $250 a week from now, and the balance, giving people limited options, sometimes will give you maximum results than to say, I demand that you pay me or I'm going to sue you and all that stuff. Now, there are times where people are trying to get out of paying an invoice, and yes, you may need to turn to legal remedies to resolve. But I always start with trying to meet the person midway because life happens. You don't know, maybe they were waiting on some money and it didn't happen. And so I always try to figure out, okay, this is not going to happen. I was expecting $1,000, but can I get at least $500 today, $250 next week, and the balance a week or two afterwards? And in my experience, when I've presented that with individuals, they've been saying, oh, yes, thank you. I can, pay you $500. Maybe I can pay you $700 today. And if you can wait 1 week, then I'll pay the balance off. So what did it cost me? A little extra time, but at least I got my money, as opposed to upsetting the person. And now they get teed off and say, well, I'm not going to pay, sue me. I don't have anything anyhow. So that concludes this module of Flow Like Water. Now, as we continue module 3 in our next session, we're going to talk about sorting, sifting, and shifting. Boy, try saying that fast. Sorting, shifting, and shifting. I'll see you as we continue module 3 on the other side.